Alright, so I know on the channel I do a lot of manga videos and me reading manga, but I just really had to talk about this anime that I finally started watching, which is Haikyuu. Which I know you're like, oh, it's very popular. You should have watched it a long time ago. Yeah, I get it. I should have watched it a long time ago, but like I wasn't into sports, and I was like, I've seen a little bit of Kuroku's basketball and stuff, but sports is not really my thing. It's gonna be boring. I'm not gonna watch it. I was wrong. So I've only watched the first episode, so a quick recap. We are introduced to the character of Hinata, which is this, I'm guessing, 8th grader. It's middle school, and spoilers, by the end of the episode, he goes off to high school. Here's what grabbed me about it is he is a cookie cutter, I guess you could say, shonen protagonist, where he's a Naruto. He is the Naruto of volleyball. That's the best way I can say it. Is he really wants to be this volleyball player? Because when we're introduced to him, he sees on the TV that there's this volleyball game going on, and something clicks with him, and he becomes obsessed with volleyball. And there is no boys volleyball club in his school, so he starts his own, but it's just him by himself, and you kind of see glimpses of like kids kind of laughing at him and like, oh, you're crazy. So then it cuts a little bit into the future, and he's about to start his first game with his ragtag group of people. He's got like his two buddies that like play basketball, but they got done with the game, so they're like on the team. I mean, it's just like he threw them together. He's like, hey man, who can I get? You? Yeah, I mean, I just want to play. And they happen to be put against the king of the court for their first match in this tournament that they somehow barely made the cut to get in. And through this tournament, the king of the court sees his determination and his love of the game and how he tries, and they smoke him. They destroy him. And even the scorekeepers, everyone is just kind of laughing at this ragtag group of people. But throughout the game, with his, and this is what I really loved about it, was he was telling his teammates, oh, it's okay, we'll get him next time. Like, hey, next ball, we got this. We got it. He is the literal definition of, I'm happy to be here, and I really want this. And it was refreshing to see, because I do believe that a lot of protagonists that we have nowadays in manga and anime, and it might be the stuff that I'm reading, but they don't want to be there. You know, it's kind of like I don't want to be the hero, so I guess I'll be the hero. This kid wants nothing more than to play this game. And it was so wholesome. And it was just refreshing. I think that's what really grabbed me with this story. So throughout this game, the king of the court is locking in to this kid that he really gave no thought to. He said, you have stomach issues, you shouldn't be here. But he sees this, and he sees him going after the ball, and he even says, like, even if they're going to win in 1 point and they have to score 20 to keep up with them, he sees him being like, he still runs after the ball. He still goes for it. And his teammates are kind of just like slacking off. And he's like, what are y'all doing? You have to play every ball. Like, it could turn around. Then, what I really enjoyed about it is it shows off his power, where his teammate mistips a ball and he runs and he spikes it down. I mean, it goes out of bounds and they lose the game, but that's not the point. Nobody could keep up with him, which is where the shonen element comes in. He can do something that no one else can. I mean, it is a shonen title, so the main character has to have some type of ability. But I will say, at least it's not a supernatural ability. I mean, it is an ability. He can jump really high because he's practiced. It's an ability anyone can achieve if they practice. So that was another refreshing thing where it wasn't astronomical powers when they're playing volleyball. It's just like an Olympic level of playing volleyball. But yeah, that's the main story, and then by the end of it, he's going to the same high school as the king of the court, and they run into each other at the gym, and then it cuts to credits. And that is as far as I've gotten. It's just episode 1. I've legitimately watched episode 1, and I was like, I gotta shout this out into the internet, and I have to talk about it, because that's apparently what I do now. If I get excited, I'm like, internet, I'm excited. Are you excited with me? I just really enjoy talking to you guys about stuff, so if you're not excited about Haikyuu, I'm sorry. I guess you can click off the video. Thanks for making it. If you've made it this far and you're not excited about Haikyuu, I really appreciate you. If you just like enjoy me talking about anything, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Like you specifically. But yeah, so that's the story, and now I'm gonna kind of talk about what I think made it one of the best pilot episodes of an anime that I've ever watched. So I've watched a lot of anime pilot episodes in my lifetime, as I'm sure everyone has, but it's been a long time since I've been hit with a pilot episode that I think really nailed everything about a pilot episode in 20 minutes. Not only did it introduce you to the main character and the whole plot and the world that they're building, it introduced you to a handful of good characters. And all the characters that they introduce you to, now you don't know everything about them, but you know enough about their personalities that, at least for me, not only did I feel like a connection to the main character, you feel a connection to all the characters in that story that play an important role in that story, from the king of the court to his 2 buddies to even the scorekeepers who were like making fun of him, and then they really wanted him to win. It's the quintessential underdog sports story. It's the Rocky, the Remember the Titans, the Miracle, the Rudy. It's the you root for them and you want them to win. And I'm not a big sports guy, but I just think everyone can relate to that. And I just think that for an anime, which I know there is Slam Dunk, Ice Shield 21, Kuroko's basketball, Haikyuu. I mean, there are sports anime, and I'm sure there's a bunch that I don't even know about. So it has been done before, but this is the first one that I've seen that I think nails an introduction, and it's so hard, and that could be a video in and of itself about how hard it is for a pilot anime episode to grab the viewer. That's why I think, honestly, a lot of pilot episodes nowadays are 45 minutes. They basically combine the first 2 episodes because they realize how hard it is to grab the viewer and take them into the world they're building. Some have done it well, but this stood out to me as one of the best ones to do it in a very long time for me. And I think the reason that it succeeds is because the main character, whether you think they're cookie cutter or not, Hinata, you want to root for them. Not only that, you want a friend like that, or you want to be like that, where no matter what's stacked against you, not only, and I think this is what really sets him apart, not only does he build himself up, he builds up the people around him. And we could all use that, a friend like that, or to be that friend to somebody, where, and yes, they take volleyball very seriously in this anime, incredibly seriously. But you can take that into your own life, like that you can be that person that when everything feels like it's crumbling around you, you can be that. Let's bring it together. You know, it's okay. This didn't work out. We'll get them next time. You know, this thing wasn't successful. We're gonna try again. And yes, that protagonist has been done to death, but you kind of have to give them props when I think that they knocked it out of the park. They nailed it. You see what I did there? Knocked it out of the park. It's a baseball reference. sports reference in a sports review of an anime. I think it speaks volumes for me to be able to make this length of a video talking about the first episode of this anime. And it's very tough for me not to just buy the manga and read it, but I am actually going to try to watch this anime, because one, I need some anime to watch. I'm kind of running low. I've been watching Tokyo Revengers, but that's about all I'm keeping current. Well, that and JoJo's, which is, I think, coming out in December on Netflix. But that's what I mean when I say that it builds a world in the first episode where you can have this long of a discussion about 20 minutes. You know, this is about a 10-minute video. It's half the length of the episode just talking about the episode. And that's why I think that for a pilot episode of a sports anime, something that, one, I'm never huge on pilot episodes, and two, I'm definitely not huge on sports anime, it elevated the genre, and I hope and pray that it just continues to get better and better. Like, it has a lot to live up to for me after that first episode. Really all I want to do right now is watch more episodes, which is exactly what I'm going to do once I'm done recording this video. I just really enjoyed that episode, and I was wondering if any of you guys have watched it, and does it just continuously get better and better. I am so excited to have an anime that I enjoyed, and it has like 60 episodes, so I got some watching to do. But yes, as always, thank you for watching the whole video. I appreciate you and listening to me rambling on about a volleyball anime. But yeah, I'm gonna hop out of here and watch some more Haikyuu, so I'll see you next time.